Welcome back to Inside Texas Golf. Jamie Ratliff and Jeff Power joining you poolside at the Horseshoe Bay Marriott, where, guess what? You can get an opportunity to stay here one night and also play a couple of rounds of golf at one of the courses here at Horseshoe Bay Resort. If you can answer this trivia question, which two former Longhorns were not only teammates at UT, but were Ryder Cup captains for the United States of America?
Email your answer to our web address and we'll announce the winner on our next show.
Today we're going to talk about a couple things that are going to help you play better golf. We're going to talk about the grip, which is going to influence the path the golf club takes through impact and throughout the whole swing. So let's start with the grip. When we grip the golf club for a right-handed player, we want to make sure that we're gripping it down through those fingers, and that pad of that hand is going to set up on top, allowing those palms to oppose each other or face each other, which is going to allow us to feel the golf club pull through impact and help us create a much better path. In doing so, by gripping it through the fingers, it's going to give us a much better position and allow that club face to stay much squarer through impact. Once we make our swing, then we're going to make a good shoulder rotation, and once we do that, then we're going to allow those hands and that golf club to be pulled from slightly inside to out, which is going to help us create a ball flight that's going to work from right to left versus a left to right shot, which is a slice, and we all know that hitting a slice doesn't help our game very much. It normally makes it hard to find it. So what we want to try and do today is, by having a good grip, we're going to create a great path and hit better golf shots and enjoy the game a whole lot more.
This portion of Inside Texas Golf is brought to you by Navajo Skin Care. Feel what your skin's been missing. Rejuvenate with natural peptides from Navajo Skin Care.
Stick with us. Glenn will have another golf tip for us later in the show.
Hey, and don't forget, get your answers into the following trivia question. Which two former Longhorns were also teammates at UT and U.S. Ryder Cup captains? Your answers next show. You know, in 1973, Ben Crenshaw became only the second PGA golfer to win his first PGA event. Now, of course, he won the 1984 Masters, but it was the 1995 Masters that really stands out. That was the week his mentor, Harvey Pinnock, died. We talked about it.
Take us through those last, that week leading up to the Masters that you won, Harvey Pinnock dying. You having to come back to Austin as a pallbearer, going back with that burden, if you will. Maybe most people would think a burden, but maybe for you it was a spiritual lift that you needed, because you ended up probably winning the most prestigious golf tournament of your life.
That week was surreal. It was surreal. I played some of the best golf I ever played that week. I played the tournament with 5 bogeys for the week. Happened to be on, again, my favorite tournament, but happened to be on the week of Harvey's passing. I've often wondered about that week, and I always thought that those people who ever met or were with Harvey always knew that he was such a model gentleman and an example of living your faith quietly, a very, very simple outlook on life, his kindness to others. We had one of the best examples of a gentleman that you could ever want to see. But I always thought that I was a small bit player in a week that honored a great, great individual.
Take us through the final putt going into the hole, the jubilation you felt inside. You just broke down. It looked so, it was very honest and genuine.
I just couldn't believe that I'd got through the week playing some of the best golf that I was ever allowed to be playing, but I could not believe that I was allowed to be playing well that week and with all that happening. You know, I talked to a gentleman the other day who's a New York radio announcer. He was the first guy to get me off the last green. He said, "How'd you do this?" And I said, "Well, I had a 15th club in my bag, and it was Harvey Pinnock." I don't know where it just popped into my head. I couldn't think of something like that at a moment, but you know, I'm very proud of that, because that's exactly what it was. It was a special week.
Ben Crenshaw, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Pleasure.
Yeah,
thank you for your time.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Good stuff there from Ben Crenshaw. Of course, we'll talk much more with him throughout the season, including being the Ryder Cup champion in 1999. It's when Inside Texas Golf continues. You can advertise or sponsor a segment of Inside Texas Golf. Just call Jody Park and ask to be a part of our show. The Dunes Condos in Port Aransas invite you to enjoy relaxation in one of 85 fully furnished 1, 2, and 3 bedroom suites with maid service. From the spacious pool and jacuzzi to the tennis courts and exercise facility, come enjoy the closest condos to the water, whether it's golf at the Arnold Palmer designed Newport Dunes or tossing in a line off the 1,200-foot Caldwell Pier. Come get away from it all while rejuvenating in front of spectacular views. The Dunes Condos. Stay 3 and the next night is free.
Introducing the G-Glove, the best way to keep your golf club grips dry and clean while you play. Wet grass, sand, dirt, and mud all reduce the effectiveness of your club grips when laid on the ground. G-Glove is flexible and fits into your pocket or golf bag.
Slides on real easy. I can use it for 1 club, I can use it for 2 clubs.
I've been caught in the rain with G-Glove, and that's not a problem.
With the G-Glove, I can lay my clubs down anywhere.
G-Glove, it fits every club in the bag.
G-Glove is only $9.99. Protect your grip while you play. Order your G-Glove today. Welcome back to Inside Texas Golf. Earlier in the show, we caught up with Ben Crenshaw, whose mentor, Harvey Pinnock's name is synonymous when it comes to golf instruction. Well, Harvey's name is now on an award that was recently given to Lonnie Alexander, who plays and also teaches out of Onion Creek Golf Club. Jamie Ratliff caught up with him.
We're now joined by Lonnie Alexander, Director of Instruction here at Onion Creek Golf Club. Lonnie, thank you for joining us.
No, thank you.
Now, you're the Harvey Pinnock Teacher of the Year as well as the Southern Texas PGA Player of the Year. How did you manage both?
A lot of good fortune. Being awarded the Teacher of the Year is basically you're elected by your peers, and then it goes to committee, and to be chosen through my application process was awesome. You are the Player of the Year. It means that you earned the most points, you were the most consistent in those tournaments. So I won one of the majors and had a good showing in all the others and ended up first on the points list. We've got a lot of great players in Southern Texas. To be on top of that list is special.
Since it was originally held here at Onion Creek Golf Club, what does the Legends of Golf mean to you?
Well, as a professional golfer, idolizing other professional golfers as I grew up and getting them out here at Onion Creek for that time and basically starting the senior tour. The senior tour is huge right now. And having grown up in this area, it's always been a special place for me. I was a Southwest Texas Bobcat. I qualified for many tournaments out here at Onion Creek. It was always special for that reason. And when you find out about the Legends of Golf and all the historical events that have taken place here, as a golfer, you just can't help but, kind of be stirred by being here.
You've accomplished so much already. What's the next goal you've set for yourself?
Well, I think my goal for 2011 from a teaching perspective is just to try to live up to the great honor I've had this year of being the Teacher of the Year. And then playing, I'm always a practicer. If I'm not giving a lesson, I'm working on my game. I'm going to continue to do that. It's a process when you're a player. You have to keep at it. It can't be any special year. It's got to be over time. You have to keep working to get better. So there's plenty of room to get better in this game for sure.
Okay, thank you so much, Lonnie.
You're welcome, thanks.
Artie, thanks a lot, Jamie, and good luck to you, Lonnie Alexander, the rest of the golf season. We're out here on Lake LBJ. Let's hit it.
Now let's head on over to Edwin Watts, where Shelly Crenshaw takes a look at some of the latest golf club designs.
I'm here with Jeff Beauregard. He is a sales rep with Ping Golf, and he's actually holding a K15, which is, I think, one of the largest golf club heads I've ever seen. Tell me about this. Why is it so big?
Absolutely. Great question, Shelly, and I actually get that at a lot of demo days. Why are golf club heads so big?
Yeah.
And basically, why are even tour players playing the larger headed golf clubs?
Right.
Anytime you take a golf club and you make it bigger and you take the weighting of the golf club and distribute it further towards the edges and further back, you create a club that wants to twist less than a smaller headed club. So essentially, you're going to hit straighter shots with a bigger club with the proper weight. At Ping Golf, years ago, Karsten Solheim founded this theory. It was called perimeter weighting. You might remember the Ping I2s. What John Solheim has done now, he's the youngest son of Karsten, has taken Karsten's original engineering principles and he's made them better. Okay?
Wow.
So he actually makes a more forgiving golf club. With the advances in technology now, we're actually able to change the weight position also on the golf club. So the new K15 driver has a little bit more heel weight. You can see the SF tech here, straight flight technology. All that does, it puts a little bit more weight towards the heel, so the head squares up quicker, keeps it square longer, so a fader or a slicer can hit a straighter golf shot.
Jeff, so why do I need to have a larger club head, with say a 7-iron? Why do I need to have that?
Okay. At Ping Golf, we know that golf is a hard game. So what we're trying to do, and what John Solheim is trying to do, is to make the game of golf easier for everybody. So again, by taking the face on the K15 iron, which is normally a stainless steel face, we've made a titanium face. We've moved weight. We've put it further around the outside. So the outside, so the golf club becomes more forgiving.
Okay.
Has a higher moment of inertia, so you're going to hit it straighter. It's just like having a little bit wider sole on your iron makes it play a little bit more like a fairway wood or a hybrid, which are very easy to hit up in the air and very easy to hit straight. So that's all we're trying to do at Ping, is to make the game easier.
Thank you, Jeff Beauregard, for allowing us to come in, giving us great tips to help us out on the golf course. I truly appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, Shelley, and enjoy your pings.
I think I will.